Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back, or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or my live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. I thought I would pop on today and just see if anybody is around for some chat, some questions, anything you want to ask me today. Hey, you guys coming in. I had some free time in my morning today, so I thought, you know what? Let's pop on and see if we can talk. We can talk about just about anything that you want me to chit chat about. Any questions you want to ask me? Perhaps we'll go into a little bit of some readings. Hi there. Hannah, I'm really pulled to kind of tap into you this morning, Hannah. Hannah, the first thing that comes into my awareness is I kind of need you to feel into your own glorious energy. There's a piece of you, and sometimes it's a piece of many of us, where we kind of sit in all of things that maybe we're struggling with, or what we're not. Well, I'm not good enough at this, or I'm not good enough at that, or things aren't working out. I need you to kind of come back to your heart space, Hannah, and just feel for a moment all those wonderful things about you. I need you to kind of feel that. I'm really being pushed by the angelics, Hannah, to kind of get you in that space today of just feeling the glorious parts of you. Quite often, many of us, Hannah, this isn't just for you now, but many of us, we're so aware of what we're not that we forget to look at what we are. And I'm hearing that really loud and clear. So it's got to be a collective thing for many of us. And I think, myself included, it is kind of easier sometimes, and I'm hearing this, more comfortable. Isn't that interesting? It's sometimes more comfortable, isn't it, to sit into what we're not. And part of that, there's a few different reasons. Number one, I think sometimes we're programmed to that. We're not doing things good enough. We're not doing it the right way. I think some of it is our programming, and some of it is our own experiences and how we view ourselves. I love how Spirit just put that. I think that that's great. I am going to put on my glasses because the fine print on the feed is a little bit difficult to read without. So I do apologize for any glare on the screen this morning. I do my best to kind of keep that. Daniel, I'm really well, Daniel. Thank you so much for asking how I'm doing. I hope you're doing really well. Your Nan connects really easily for me, Dan. When I lean in there, she kind of literally kind of pops up like a boink, and she comes. Dan, she's talking about pushing yourself. She's talking about pushing yourself forward and not giving up on your dreams, your goals, on things that you kind of want to accomplish. She keeps kind of going, keep moving forward, Daniel, keep moving forward. She's also talking to me, Dan, about the number 4. So either the month of April or the 4th of a month being significant, or are you one of 4? Or she's talking about the number 4 quite a bit with me. Dan, she's also talking to me about things are always right in front of you. So I don't know if you've been kind of looking back over your shoulder in reevaluate, kind of like, I wish I would have, or she just keeps saying, take away the rear view mirror and stay in what's in front of you. She's also talking about trusting the journey, trusting yourself, and trusting that momentum, Daniel. It's a big one. I understand it a lot. It's hard to trust. There also seems to be a lot of doors in front of you, and I keep seeing you reaching and turning the knob. The right one is opening, and I feel it really close, Daniel. You'll have to keep in touch with me and let me know how that works out for you, because I feel these opportunities. And I think that sometimes just a little bit of hesitance. She's telling me don't be so hesitant to reach for doorknobs. Even if opportunities don't work out, don't be afraid. She's saying don't be afraid to kind of turn the knob anyway. I also have to get you asking more. She's saying just keep asking and keep kind of connecting. She's pointing to your gut for me, Daniel. And for me, that's usually a sign of really good intuition. Your intuitive side is really strong. Lean in there as much as you can. Daniel, she's also blowing you kisses. She wants you to know how proud she is of you. And she also wants you to know that you are very much loved. You're very much loved. I also have to talk about the number 7. So the 7th of a month, or July being significant anniversary, birthday, or passing, Daniel. I do hope that helped you. Whew, that was, she had a lot to say. I also find her a very big presence, Daniel. I almost found her just a little bit, just a little, I don't want to say overwhelming, but I just want to say like she just had this force about her. So either she was a big part of your life, but she's definitely a big force in the spirit dimensions. Let's see where I need to go here. Ken. When I tap into the angelics there for you, it's really interesting. I'm seeing a spirit guide that has been with you for more than one lifetime, Ken. I'm feeling that the spirit guide has been with you in a previous lifetime. And in this previous lifetime, I feel that you were kind of like a wanderer, just kind of, I can see you wandering from small town to town, but I feel you with that wandering. There was a big purpose to that. You were a healer. You brought a lot of things to people in small towns or small little communities. I hope my feed is okay here. Ken, I also really feel that I need to kind of pass on a message that you mean a lot to a lot of people. You have helped a lot of people on your journey. And I don't know if you struggle with that being enough, but I need to let you know that it is enough. The angelics want you to know that you are doing a good job. You're doing the best that you can. And I kind of have to push you into that a little bit. Can I also have to talk about like a father or father figure? So father or father in-law or grandfather, father figure in the spirit dimensions. I'm feeling a passing. I am in my chest, so either heart or lung. I'm seeing a lot of coins being left for you as spirit sign. Keep your eyes open if you're not already seeing them. I also need you to know, Ken, that you're being encouraged to go a little bit deeper spiritually. It's almost like I just kind of have to give you a little bit of a push. Well, not me, but spirit is just giving you a little bit more of a push to kind of explore and read or follow what really resonates with you. I feel that a lot of that is coming there. Okay. Hannah, you have been down on yourself. I'm really glad that message resonated with you, Hannah. Lean in there and feel all those wonderful pieces. Thanks for the validation. I'm going to try and get through as many of your comments as I possibly can here. I know many of you are asking me a lot of questions. I will work hard to get through as many as I possibly can. Okay. Oh, Caroline, you're able to catch any message coming through for me. Caroline, I'm really leaning into the angelics here with you. I feel that either there's something that you're overthinking or that you overthink quite a bit. I needed to kind of turn that volume down for you, Caroline. I also need to kind of insert a little bit of spiritual self-care. I just had to listen. When I pause, it's because I'm listening. A little bit of spiritual self-care. I feel like just a little bit of low energy on the spiritual gas tank. I just need to kind of give you an opportunity to kind of top that fuel tank up. Simple little things just by listening to the birds or just kind of watching clouds float by, giving yourself those quiet moments. Caroline, I also need to know, did somebody leave here quite quickly or quite suddenly, or an opportunity was missed to say goodbye? I have a female energy coming through, and I feel like there wasn't not an opportunity to say goodbye. And I'll get you to comment on that, and I'll try to catch it in the comment section as well, because I need you to know that I heard your goodbye. I keep hearing that on repeat very much. Is it Mila Earl? I see a lot of question marks around you, Mila. It's like you're questioning either the path that you're on, or you're questioning where you're going in the right direction. Mila, I have to kind of lean in there quite a bit, actually, to kind of remind you that you're going in the right direction. And sometimes it feels like we're kind of not. And I understand this feeling because I've been there, and I'm sure many of you have been. When we're here on a journey and we have a path, sometimes we decide to go this way and go this way and go this way, but we come back. And I feel like I need to remind you that you're on the right direction. You're going in the right direction. I also feel, again, with you, some expansiveness within you. I keep seeing spirit kind of asking you and kind of encouraging you to just kind of tap in a little bit more to that authentic self, to kind of come back to that vibration. I also, Mila, have to remind you that it's okay to put certain things down. It truly is okay to literally say, yep, that's not serving me. I'm going to put that down without holding it against yourself. That's a really good way of putting it, Spirit. Thank you very much. This is again for everybody, not just Mila, but sometimes we hold things against ourselves. I did this and look at how it worked out. We hold it against ourselves. I need to give you that permission that it's okay. Learning. It's okay. We're supposed to learn. It's okay to kind of put stuff down. Again, with the message, very similar to another message earlier, forward momentum. Go forward from where you stand. It's very much in front of you. I don't know if this is kind of a collective thing with the people that are on. Spirit always talks collectively. So the energy of the group that's on the feeds, it happens all the time, both here and on my other socials when I go live. The message collectively will resonate to several different people. I really feel today Spirit is pushing the conversation of going forward with, yeah, that was the lesson, that's back there, I can put it down, I've learned, it's okay to go forward. I also have I'm shifting gears kind of quickly. That's how Spirit's working today. I have zero control over what they're doing. But has anybody recently lost a father to a cancer? I'm quite low, so something in the stomach. I don't feel like he's been gone very long. Like I feel like this summer he's passed. I'm definitely in my stomach. So something in the stomach, bowel, liver, kidney. I'm in that area. He's coming through with a couple different things. There is a reference to a J name, living J, that connects to him. He's also talking about the number 10, so October being significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. He's also talking a lot about big references to seeing a lot of birds shortly after he passed. I feel like a flock of birds was shown to you shortly after he passed. He wants you to know that he's very much okay in the spirit dimensions. He's also sending his love, but there's also a real strong reference about either you're self-employed or you're in charge of a group, a large group of people. I feel like you're either in charge, like a boss, but he's up a little bit. My connection seems to be unstable. If you guys can just give me a quick moment. There we go. I think I'm back. You guys all still there? Let's just see the clock still ticking. I just want to connect back into this father or father figure that I'm okay. Thank you very much. I'm here. Okay, thank you. My I don't know if my Wi-Fi, the power just flicked here, so I don't know if the Wi-Fi kind of broke up for a minute, but I'll continue going. So father figure. I also feel like you're in charge of. He's showing me like this in charge. I don't know if it's a family business or there we go. I'll turn the volume up. Family business, but he's very much showing me that you need to continue with that. You very much need to continue with that. He's pushing that forward. Okay. So, Ken, thank you so much. I'm a little speechless. Ken, I'm really grateful that resonates. I know sometimes it's with these types of readings on the live feeds when I can't actually talk to you for validation. It really does help when you comment that the messages that I gave resonated with you. It's a powerful thing just for me to know that I am connecting. It's really important for me with the work that I do with spirit. It has a lot to do with integrity. It has a lot to do with how spirit likes to work. I do like to hear back that something resonated with you. So I am going to leave this father. All right. So I'm just going to scroll back through here. Okay. Is it Alina? When I lean into your vibration here, when I tap into your nan and your dad, are they together? I got your dad come first. So your dad comes first, and he's talking about the stars and the night sky. Either you're talking to him under the stars or the night sky, or he really connected to the night sky. Your Nan is 100% with him. They are very much together. I also feel that their relationship was quite close when they were here in the physical world. They're also talking to me about November being significant anniversary birthday or passing. I connect that more to your dad, though. There's something about the number 11. So the 11th of a month, or the 11th month, which is November, as being very much significant. I also have to talk about the water. Either do you live by the water, or did one of them live by the water? Because they both have me at the water as being a very significant part of who they are. The other thing is that they're talking to me about is very much you're not alone. So I don't know if you've been struggling with feeling alone, Alina, or if you've been kind of in that lonelier space, but they're very much encouraging you to kind of really feel them around you. They're also letting you know that you've been either asking for something to change, or there's been changes going on around you. They're asking you to trust that it will be for your highest good. I do hope that resonates with you. Okay. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. Oh, Alina, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, hon. I do apologize if I'm not. My father died in November. And you have been asking for change. I'm really grateful that you responded back. You're very welcome, Alina. Again, trusting that change is very important. I know change is difficult. We all do kind of struggle with that change, but I really have to get you into trusting it. Your dad has a very big energy for me. He's either he was a big presence, like big energetically, or he was a bigger person, because I can feel him kind of in behind me with this powerhouse energy about him. Alina, I also have to talk about, again, the number 4 is April's significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. I will leave that with you as well. Okay. Who here on the feed lost somebody, a male? I feel in between the ages of 25 and 35 when they left very quickly. So either an accident, or they took their own life, or a sudden passing. Who here on the feed has a sudden passing of a male? I also have to talk about the number 2. So either February or the 2nd of a month is very important. I also have to talk about either there's a reference to the name Ron or Robert, our names, significant living. I also have to talk about, I'm really very much here and gone. When spirit takes me here and gone, sometimes it's hard to differentiate how exactly they pass, but they're very much here and gone. There's also a lot of humor around this person. They were very, very funny when they were here, because they're making a joke. They want you to know that heaven let them in a very funny way. We all kind of go over to the spirit dimensions, but there's a very funny energy. The month of October is very significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. Again, sudden passing with the male. Who's got that? Who's got the sudden passing? Young. I feel like I'm 25 to 35. I'm just going to see if anybody connect there. I will give that a moment. Okay, I will wait. I will move forward, and I will try to catch the messages, but I'm looking for a loved one who connects to a male. I feel very much like a partner, like either a boyfriend or a spouse. I just feel that partnership. I will leave him here. He's literally just sitting next to me to see if anybody can take him. April. Okay, April, did anything else that I say connect there? Is there an R reference that connects? Sudden passing, R connection there as well. I'm going to leave that here, and I'll try to catch any of the validation there. Random question from Lauren. Does spirit know when it's your birthday? Sorry, it's my birthday on Wednesday, so I'm just wondering. Well, happy early birthday to you. Yes, spirit does know. So spirit does know significant. When I channel them and they give me significant events, they do know. They take that knowledge with them. I also have to talk about Lauren for a second with you. Is there a grandmother for you, or mother energy for you in the spirit dimensions? Because I've got this mother energy kind of holding you in love. I also have to talk to you, Lauren, about your inner strength. You come from ancestors that have a lot of inner strength. They're also talking about how, and we're supposed to do this, you guys, they're talking about how you have gone forward in making a lot of generational changes from the female energy side, that you've kind of like paving new ways, new ideas, new ways of doing things, but it feels very different from the like very different from the ancestors behind you. Lauren, I also have to talk about who's having trouble with some kind of breathing issue, or somebody that passed with a breathing issue. I can feel a little bit shortness of breath. Does anybody have asthma or COPD, some kind of significant lung related issue? I'm going to leave that here as well. Wow, the comments are okay. Here we go. Jamie, my late boyfriend turned 26 before he passed. He was funny, and we were always laughing, and his middle name was Robert. Okay. Jamie, is there a sudden passing? Does he pass very suddenly? I can't take away the feeling I have with here and gone, Jamie. I just need you to validate that for me, that there was a here and gone. I think I said a J name too, didn't I not? I also, I'm not sure. I'd have to go back. When I channel, quite often when I give it, it's gone. Okay, let's just see where I go. Jamie, yes, he did. Okay. Jamie, I really feel the big part of his message here is his hand on your back, pushing you forward. I need you to go forward. I need you happy. I need you to kind of get, he does. I need to kind of get you in that. I want you all to know, those of you who are following the live feed here, you're doing extremely well with the validation, following along with me. It's not easy. I know it's not easy on these kind of feeds. You're doing incredibly well. Okay. I just want to let you know that. Thank you so much. Lauren, my great granny could be the grandmother figure. Also, my dad's twin passed away last year from COVID. Okay, there's the Lauren, with your auntie. I feel a mother energy. I can't take away that feeling of mother energy. So for me, when I feel that way, you had a closer relationship with her, like she was like a big part of your life. I just feel that motherly energy from her. So that part has to fit. She's just kind of wrapping you and holding you. So it has to, if you didn't really know her, or if you didn't have much communication, then I would lean more to your granny. But I just feel that loving vibration of mother energy that comes out from her. When it comes to spirit, and I'm just going to explain how I work here a little bit with them so that you understand a little bit when I say mother or mother figure. They have like an energy about them, how they feel to you when they were here. It may not have been like a mother, but the energy is like a mom, somebody who you were close to that way. That spirit, when I'm channeling them, they work a lot on feelings, how they feel when they come through to me. And then the validation comes with things that were very much significant: dates, anniversaries, names, places, that kind of thing. That's how energy feels. Okay. Let's just see. I'm just waiting to see where I'm feeling, where I'm pulled. I'm also waiting for any spirit to just kind of come through. Lauren, I was close to my great granny, even though she passed when I was 5. Okay, very good. Raven, you're very welcome. Nelina, one thing that I'm really smelling, when I kind of leaned into your name, I started to smell a lot of floral. Where's the floral connection there? So when I kind of connect to your mom, I smell all this floral, like different types of flowers, and she's showing me different types of wildflowers and garden flowers. Who connects to the flowers there? Either her or you connects to the flowers. I'm also do you have a trip coming up, or is there something in the back, or do you travel for work? She's showing me a suitcase. Or did she have something planned as far as going somewhere? I'm trying to understand the significance of the suitcase. She's also showing me the number 6 being significant anniversary, birthday, or passing. So June or the 6th of a month. She's also talking about the number 3. Are you one of 3, or is the month of March significant anniversary, birthday, or passing? She wants you to know that she hears you very much. There's a lot of this. There's also a question mark on if she knew how much she was loved. She is like 100% wrapping all of you, and I know how much she's all loved me. So I don't know if there was family who couldn't see her, or there was some kind of distance, but she knows how much she's loved. She's also talking about 1, 2, 3. She's talking about either there's a shelf. I did this last night too. I was remote viewing on Facebook Live, and it's coming back today. There's either a shelf, it feels wider, or a fireplace mantle. I can see it being a little bit wider than just a shelf. But she's showing me the third item as that you have of hers on this shelf. It feels it feels about that big, and I think it's either a figurine or something very significant that was hers on that shelf. If you can comment, that'd be great. She's also showing me her glorious wings. She's kind of strutting for me. She's kind of strutting, and in a beautiful way. This is a beautiful, beautiful lady, by the way. She's kind of making a little bit of light of her passing, but by just kind of strutting her beautiful wings. She also wants you to know either somebody wrote her a letter and sent it with her, but somebody wrote something to her. I feel like somebody wrote something. She wants you to know. And there's also a reference about buttercups. She's showing me like buttercups. There's also a real strong reference with her with, is there a D name? Is there like a Don or a Dave or a Debbie? She's drawn me a D name over and over again. Nelina, she is very much okay. She's very much sending love, and she very much wants you to know that she hears you. I will leave her here with you. Spirit's talking quite quickly today. Where do I need to go? Fia or Fia. I like your question. I often struggle to directly connect with spirit, and I'm wondering if you have any suggestions for what I can do to open that connection. Love your question. One thing working with spirit is we need to allow the growth. Okay. So we want so badly to be able to connect. There's a few things, basically Spirit 101, to be able to connect, and I'll kind of go through them a little bit quickly, is a little bit more time just quieting your mind and just allowing. The other thing is, and sometimes it feels really weird, but when I work with my mentoring students, you have to talk to them. And you have to kind of get over that hump of, well, I'm not hearing or seeing or feeling or knowing anything back. I need you to put down all expectations on how spirit works. They work very differently with every single person. Every single spirit works very differently. When I was going through like a lot of my development, and I stay in development, I am always continuing my development with my mediumship. When I stay in that, I simply stay wide open in allowing. That is the biggest piece. If you want to talk to your own spirit guides, your own people who have passed away, you need to stay in that energy of just allowing. Sometimes it feels like you're talking to yourself, and sometimes you will question, am I making this up? When I receive something, that breaks your connection. When you're communicating with the spirit dimensions and you feel or know something or hear something back, it's important to validate it, right? So I'll give you an example of, let's say I was having a conversation with you and you and I are talking, and I'm like, yeah, this conversation isn't real. I'm not really talking to you. It severs the connection. That is the biggest thing. That's what causes the blocks when we're doing spirit communication. You have to trust and allow what you know. You have to trust and you have to get out of the headspace and into the heart and just allow it. Biggest piece I can give you, biggest gift I can give you when it comes to communicating with the angelics and when it comes to communicating with people who have passed. You can't turn them away when you have that feeling. You can't, if you want more, don't turn them away. Okay. I also have, does anybody connect to a dad named Wally in the spirit dimensions? I feel like he fought a long battle for many years with either a cancer or a long illness. I feel really sick though. I feel really sick. I also feel a lot of pain. I'm also aware of my bones in my hands. Like I'm really aware of the pain that I have. I also feel there's a 5-year reference to his passing, or the month of May being very significant to his passing. It feels very significant, that 5-year mark. Either we're coming into a 5-year mark or the month of May is very, very significant. I also feel there's a truck driving reference with him. Either he drove a big truck or you drive a big truck, because I can hear it running in the background. He also has a dog with him, and he's very clear on the breed. He's not wavering on it for me at all. He's showing me a shepherd that is with him over in the spirit dimensions. The dog passed after him. He wants you to know that he does have the dog. He's thanking you for looking after the dog before he passed. Bless his heart. He's also showing me in a funny way. He was a little bit vain about not having any hair. I feel he's going like this. I had no hair. He's actually quite visual with me. He's showing me quite a few things. He's showing me that he lived in a very modest home. It almost feels like a small home. I feel like I'm in a small home, and it was his happy place, and it's around a lot of space. He's showing me that it was just like a little home with a lot of land all around it. I also feel a connection to family in Boston. He's got my Boston symbol. I'm a big Boston Bruins fan, so he's showing me my Boston sign. So either someone's a Bruins fan or there's family in Boston that he's trying to get me to, because he's showing me the connection to Boston. I also have to talk about so I'm going to leave him here. I also have to talk. I have another younger spirit coming through. I feel like I'm a teenager, but late teens, so right around 18 to 20. He's got a message for his mom. I feel like his passing is quick, very sudden again. But I also feel like he was missing for a while. I feel like he had a long battle, a long journey with life. There's also a reference to the name Ryan that connects here. I think it's his name. He's pointing over to the spirit dimensions. He wants you to know, this is really beautiful, you guys. He wants you to know, Mom, that he has found his peace. He has found his healing, that he's gone back to school in the spirit dimensions to kind of learn how to navigate through a lot of the things that he couldn't heal here in the physical world. Sometimes, and he's asking me to teach this, so I've got to trust him. This is collectively for whoever needs to hear it. Sometimes the journey here in the physical world, whether it be choice and free will, or the journey that we were kind of had, that we chose to come into, sometimes it can be very difficult for some souls to complete it, or to to get over it. He's telling me to share with you all that when we return to the spirit dimensions, when we've had our battles, there's so much healing. It's almost like little learning pods. We go into like little learning pods to learn from the experience, from the struggles, and to heal that. So he wants Mom to know that he has worked on that he has been in that. And he's going to step back with so much love from this young man. I also have to talk about who put down their dog recently. I have a medium-sized dog. I feel like I've been put down in this month. He's showing me the month of September. It's a medium breed. I also see curly hair on this dog. So either a poodle or a doodle, or a dog with curlier hair. It's lighter in color, so either a light brown or like a blonde. I also feel that there was the dog was okay and then sick. I don't feel there being like a slow decline. I feel like it was a very sudden decision, a sudden diagnosis, and the dog is very much wanting you to know that he wouldn't want it either way. He wasn't staying here and going through an illness. He really, really wanted to be here and gone. It's almost like the family or the owners were saved that decline with an animal. I hope that makes sense to you. I also have a dad coming through. Before I disconnect from the feeds, he's like, I need to come through. I have a dad coming through. There's a reference to, I feel like I have either something wrong with my throat. So either a throat cancer or something in my throat. I'm struggling to breathe, but it's definitely here in my throat. Sorry. When a spirit, it can be quite physical when it comes to letting me know how they passed. There's a reference to the name. It's a hard C or K, so either Connie or Kim or Kelly. Living, that needs to be acknowledged. I also have the name Mike 100%. I had to listen. Living, who connects to those two names. I also have to talk about. There was something significant. I'm just having a look here. I'm trying to see what they're trying to show me. There's a reference to the family being connected. It may not be professionally, but there's a connection to either him or the family being connected to some kind of like drag car races or car races. It doesn't have to be professionally, but there was right around his grave. He's showing me that very recently at the grave site, there's been some little model cars placed, like little model race cars placed around the grave, just kind of in honor of it. Feels like I'm being honored of in these little tiny race cars around the grave. There's also a reference to his birthday being in 1948. I can see it on the tomb. I'm trying to focus in on the last name. It'd be great if I can see the last name and the first name on the grave. There's a reference to an S on the last name. He wants you to know that he's this is really sweet. He wants you to know that he appreciates you coming to the grave, but I feel like he needs you to know that he's everywhere. He's not just at the grave. He's everywhere. He needs you to know that he's with you. He's everywhere. I don't know if it's a struggle for somebody who's visiting this grave, that this is where they have to go. This is where the only place I can communicate with you is. He's like, no, I'm everywhere. There's also a big connection to the name William. There's a William connection to this gentleman. Okay, let's see where we are. I'm going to take questions about spirituality or questions about the spirit worlds. Who's got questions for me? I'm going to take some questions now, okay? Also, while we're kind of waiting for some questions to pop in, I'm going to scroll through and look for some questions as well. But for those of you, if anybody is here from St. John's, Newfoundland, I am coming out to St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. I'm leaving next week, Thursday morning, to go and do some work. I've got some group sessions and some one-on-one sessions. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to try and do this What Spirit Said live from St. John's, Newfoundland. 49 people here and only 19 likes. Come on, you guys. That's okay. That's what she said. I have learned through what I do. I appreciate you what you're saying though, but I have learned with what I do to put down the need to know if there's likes or no likes. What I kind of like to do is I like to see where does the validation come in. It's really important to me when I do these live feeds. If one person got healing, if one person got a message, if one person learned something, I'm very much okay with that. As you know, with my channel, somebody made a comment on my channel that my channel is like a hidden gem that it's the least watched channel on YouTube. And I very much have kind of settled into whoever needs the love and the light and the messages are going to find me. That's one thing that I've always kept in my awareness. I've been doing this for many, many years. I've been practicing mediumship for almost 20 plus years. And I've just kind of really stayed in whoever needs me, whoever's allowing, whoever needs a message, whoever wants to learn about mediumship will always find I always find that. Okay, so let's go with some question. Does meditation help in connecting to spirit guides? Fernanda, it's the way in. Meditation is the way in order to be able to connect, and I'll tell you why. In order to be able to hear the angelics, you've got to be able to quiet your mind. Now, meditation comes in many different forms. It doesn't have to be sitting cross-legged chanting ohms. It can be walking meditations. We can be just simply listening to the birds. It's about being able to quiet your mind to hear them. The angelics and people who have passed are in another dimension. So in order to hear them, you have to be able to quiet what's going on in this physical world in order to hear them. You don't have to be in meditation, however, to receive a message. Your intuition, your knowing, even when you're kind of going about your daily life. But if you have direct questions, you have to be able to quiet your mind to be able to receive. And I think like when I do this channeling, when I'm speaking to you, there is nothing else going on in my mind. I'm not thinking about dinner. I'm not thinking about laundry. I'm not thinking about the time. I'm just kind of open and allowing the quieting of the mind. You can be in a meditative state without necessarily being like this meditating. And that's kind of the best advice I can give to you if you want to kind of lean in there. You got to be able to quiet your mind. Hannah asked me, what do you feel I need to become more spiritual? Hannah, you have to come home to your heart. So spirituality isn't about what works for me or anybody else. That's the greatest thing about spirituality is it's your journey. So you need to kind of come home to your heart, and you kind of have to do a little bit of self-evaluation and being a little bit more self-aware, and really working on mindfulness will be my first step for you. I really feel I need to push you into that, Hannah. Mindfulness for you would be a great place to start. You also need to kind of lean in and figure out what resonates to you. What resonates to you with being spiritual? There are some core beliefs with being spiritual, but I think it also should be core beliefs in being human, about being kind and about being loving, about being supportive and about loving yourself. I think that, we label that as spirituality, but I think that, that should be part of being a good human and part of who you are. Your spirituality is the essence of who you are, your inner being, your higher self, whatever title you want to put on that. When we seek outside of ourselves for spirituality, that's kind of when we have trouble kind of navigating, because you have to come home to who you are and living from that vibration, living from the essence of who you are. Okay. That was a great question. Chloe, is there a way of being able to tell what orbs are? I've had loads of orbs in my bedroom specifically, but it started way before close loved ones have passed. I can't figure out what exactly it is. That is a really good question. Orbs can be have a few different meanings. Orbs can be the spirit guides. They can be a way of trying to get your connection. Chloe, I keep feeling that you need to be more surrounded by that angelic energy, and that's why they keep coming. I also feel, Chloe, that there's a bit of a push for you to tap into more and more with the angelics. A great book that you can read, and I love this book, is by Sonia Croquette. It's called Ask Your Guides. I would say about 95% of that book really resonated with me and gave me a lot of tips in my early learning about the angelics. I also feel, Chloe, that orbs are, because it's visual, I feel like you need that visual connection, which is why you're connecting to orbs. So sometimes us humans like visual things. We like to be able to see and be able to grab at, certain things for validation. I'm feeling that the orbs are coming to you to give you validation that the spirit dimensions do exist, that you do have angels and guides that are wanting to work with you. I would really feeling pushed to have you tap in there to work a little bit more with the angelics. I don't know if I really feel like you've been thinking about that, Chloe. Like you've been just kind of thinking about that. Laura, I love these live videos. Thank you very much. It's 11:10 a.m. here Eastern Standard Time. I am in my home studio today, and I've got a family upstairs that's waiting for me to get on with my day. I do hope that you enjoyed spending some time with me. It was great coming here. I will be doing another live readings, hopefully very soon. Your support and your love, you guys, means a lot. And I appreciate you taking your time out of your busy lives to hang out with Spirit and I on these live streams. As always, I am wishing you love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided day.